Hello, good to have you with us on Red Barn Radio. I'm Brad Becker. Tonight we are in our 21st season of Red Barn Radio, and we welcome you to show number 797. Yovany Pino has lots of stories to tell, as you'll soon find out, and he tells them colorfully. He also happens to play a fine guitar and make some impressive music, performing as Spooky Fox. Yovany is from Monticello, Kentucky, a small city in a region of the state where there's always lots going on, a great mix of locals, and then literally millions of people who summer and fall at Lake Cumberland, an immense reservoir, the 9th largest reservoir in the nation, I might add. How Yovany got where he is and then Spooky Fox got into music is a great story. We are so glad to have him with us on Red Barn Radio tonight. Welcome, Yovany Pino, a.k.a. Spooky Fox.
I can hear a good thing coming from a mile away, like a speeding train out from outer space. It'll save the day, but I find a way to mess it up just like I could, 'cause I knew I would when the going's getting good. So thanks a lot for the memories. No, they're no good to me, 'cause I won't ever learn. Come on down and take a turn, if you got some time to burn this misery. Sure loves company, and I love you. Don't know why I do what I do. It's a surprise for me, no surprise for you too, 'cause everything comes caving in. And I don't know if I can do without all these things that I've been talking about. They're happening. Oh, they're happening. Thanks a lot for
Good evening and welcome to Red Barn Radio. Wherever in the world you're listening, welcome to Roots Music Southern Style. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn Radio's official radio partner, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Listen online at weku.org. Red Barn Radio is supported by Visit Lex, Lexington, Kentucky's Convention and Visitors Bureau. More information on what Lexington has to offer is at visitlex.com. LexArts, Lexington, Kentucky's premier cultural development, advocacy, and fundraising organization, working for the development of a strong and vibrant arts community as a means of enhancing the quality of life in Central Kentucky. Follow Red Barn Radio on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Here's the host of Red Barn Radio to tell us more about tonight's performers.
When Yovany Pino was asked how he describes Spooky Fox music, he said, imagine Elvis playing guitar like Woody Guthrie doing a bad Bo Diddley impression. Well, we'll see about that. Spooky Fox is in the barn tonight, folks, with a Samsonite kick drum and a couple of great guys, Jamie Robinson on sax and Jonathan New on bass. Welcome to Red Barn Radio, Spooky Fox.
Thank you so much. This one's called Modern Day Robert J., and this goes out to Scott Spencer.
Modern day Robert J. won't even sell my soul, won't even put down my phone for the plea promise of rock and roll. I ain't never been to no crossroads, I ain't seen no streets of mud, but I swear one day when I get down there, I won't be the only one. And I'll get me a nap, learn to play guitar for free, and wait for the checks to come rolling in and go down in history. Oh, I swear to God. Yeah. Oh, I've been shaking in my boots, oh God, I swear for far too long. I don't know what I've been doing, but I sure know what's going on behind that great big curtain, the face behind the mask. Yeah, I lost track of my sins, oh God, I've got a checkered past. And if you know what I've done, you'll be praying for me too. All your valuables inside a bottle of room. Oh, I swear to God. Yeah. Come on. And I've been waiting for that sunshine and all those shining rays to dispel me from my lies. Oh, God, show me a better way, 'cause I want to be like Jesus. I want to be a good man and go out there and can't making babies kissing hands, and you point your finger at me, and you spell out all my sins. You may know just what I'm doing, but I know just where you've been. Oh, I swear to God. Thank you, James. Oh, a penny for my thoughts. But don't you know when I'm gonna? Oh, they'll be worth so much more. Oh, God, I hope $1 million. Oh, tell me your advice in one ear and out the other. Oh, I'll always be your friend, but I'll never be your brother. Brother, come on now, say you're praying for me, and promise me when I'm gone that you won't sell my stuff for free. Oh, I swear to God. Ah. Thank you guys so much. This next song is called Hot Mess, and it's a song I actually wrote before the pandemic. Mostly how I was burned out with being on the road and being out there for so many miles and so many nights by myself. And then I wasn't able to do it anymore because it all just disappeared overnight. And then I kind of regretted writing this song, but it's still fun to play, so hopefully you guys enjoy it. neglecting you. I swear that much is true. Will you still love me? I swear to God that I love you. Worst of all, I've been neglecting you. Lord, I swear that much is true. Will you still love me? I swear to God that I love you after all of this is through. I've been such a hard mess, but it breaks my heart and it leaves me rest. I've been such a hard mess for years. Worst of all, I've been neglecting you. Girl, I swear that much is true. Will you still love me? I swear to God that I love you after all of this is through.
Thank y'all so much. Is it sweaty up here, or is it just me? I feel like I have my own rain cloud. But my name is Spooky Fox. This is a lot easier to say than when my parents named me. And this song is named Clementine. I actually wrote this song after watching Eternal Sunshine for the Spotless Mind. And it's a really good movie about love in a really weird science fiction way. And hopefully you guys enjoy it.
Dr. Bannon, Mary Jane, I've been sitting here for days, wasting away, taking my time and my sweet memories. But I loved you so much, and I just couldn't bear touching your face, stroking your hair, and my memory erased the day that you went away. But I'm falling asleep, ready to go. It's taking home, I'm taking my time and my sweet memories. Darling, I'm yours, I swear that you're mine. Darling, we can be together only till the end of time. Dr. Bannon, Mary Jane, acting so strange, shifting away, smoking the days of the eternal sunshine of my own spotless mind. But I'm falling asleep, ready, set, go. It's taking her home, it's taking her home. I'm taking my time and my sweet memories. And I'm falling asleep, ready, set, go. It's taking her home, it's taking her home. I'm taking my time and my sweet memories. Darling, I'm yours, that you're mine. Darling, we can be together only till the end of time. I've been losing war since I went to sleep. Darling, I swear that I see you inside of my dreams. Here comes the truth. Said enough with this ruse. Broke every bone in my body when I was falling for you. Here comes the truth. Said enough with this ruse. Broke every bone in my body when I was falling for you. Clementine, my sweet Clementine, sweet Clementine, oh my sweet Clementine, my sweet Clementine, my sweet Clementine, oh my sweet Clementine, oh my sweet Clementine.
All right, our guest on Red Barn Radio tonight is Yovany Pino, and he is Spooky Fox as a performer, and we've got some great time for talking right now, and I wonder, Yovany, if we might start with you talking about your life before you were 13. You moved up to Kentucky at that time.
Yeah.
Could you go back as far as you can remember and sort of tell that story, sparing no details?
All the gory
Well,
truth.
I mean, it's a real, it's a unique story, and
Yeah.
it's a powerful and also a heart-wrenching story.
Well, pretty much, me and my mom, single parent home. We were homeless for quite a while. She couldn't find work at the time, and she found an agency that was able to provide her with a job and a place to live that just happened to be 500 miles away. And so we moved to Kentucky, and things got a lot better, obviously.
Would you mind sort of backing up to that point in time? Do you have strong recollections yourself of that time when you all were without a home?
I mean, a lot of memories that I try not to recollect as often. But it's definitely tough. Not having a home, not having a stable place to stay, not having somewhere that you don't know if you're going to be there tonight. You don't know if you're going to be there in the morning. You don't know if you're going to get kicked out. Living with other people, and it's I always heard the old saying, a dead body starts to stink after 24 hours, and that's the truth with people in general. I mean, everybody, a lot of people are very charitable, but having someone in your home that's not your family, that's not your cohort, can get tough, and yeah.
Well, there's some. Did you feel that was Miami?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
And did you feel that there was sort of a network of people from the church? You said it was friends, distant family.
We were pretty much at it alone.
Yeah.
There's definitely a lot more family network and networks within like churches up here. That's something that I've grown accustomed to, but that I never neglect in remembering that that's something in a bigger city that unless you have a bigger family or you have people that can put you in contact with those families and the people that can help you, it's not there. Those connections aren't there. And there's so many more people that need help.
And that was during your elementary school
Yeah.
years. So you were still you were attending school.
Yes.
So you're going to school. Were there people that you remember fondly at the school, adults
Right.
who you felt were sort of trusted adults for you and
Yeah.
people you could rely upon?
Yeah, I mean, definitely people I felt like I could rely upon, but it's one of those things is that it's not about trust, is that at that age and at that point in time, you've got millions of other kids in a city that are probably going through the same thing. It's normal. It's normal. There's a lot of kids that are homeless. Even in Pulaski County and Wayne County, where I'm from, there's probably maybe 700, 800 kids in, I think, Wayne County in Head Start, and I guarantee you that there's a good size of them that probably don't have a home. They may be staying with somebody. Their family may be going from home to home, and so in a bigger city, that just seems normal. You know, I remember my mom having to work nights and having to stay home by myself. You know, I have a little boy that's 5, and when I was his age, I was staying at home alone. I was cooking alone, and it was normal. It just seemed normal to me. Looking back on it, it's something I should probably go to therapy for. That's what this is for.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, that's amazing. So when you go back, was music a part of your existence when you were back at that time in your life, or is that something that you came upon once you moved to Kentucky?
It's a little bit of both. I mean, music is always. My mom was a very musical person.
Tell me about that.
She's the type of person, she'll break into song and just start singing. Lord knows about what most of the time, but there was always a lot of music. She grew me up on Motown and Prince and stuff that at the time I just like, oh man, I hate this old people music. And like once I got to being a teenager, I was like, this is great. Like that's all I listened to.
Right.
But as far as like playing music, that came later once I moved up here. And, I didn't know who AC/DC was or anything like that because I was just more used to Motown. Once I discovered rock and roll, like, that was a whole other element. So, yeah.
What's your mom's name?
Ada.
Ada. All right.
Yeah.
Nice.
She's about 4'11", so still mean enough to feel like she's 7 feet tall.
And it's just you, no siblings?
I do have siblings on my dad's side, but yeah, we don't talk a lot.
Okay. They're live away.
They actually 2 of them live in New Jersey, and
Okay.
we connected a couple years ago. We kind of had a falling out after that.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, it's all right. You can't miss what you didn't have in the first place. So.
So then let's move into the Somerset,
Yeah.
the Somerset years.
Yeah.
So what happened when you arrived in Somerset?
It was great. I just in high school, we were playing music all the time, bringing our guitars to school, and so like the way that we started going to Somerset, which is about a town over, is that we heard there was an open mic. It was you may have been hosting it at the time, I think, at the End Zone, Mr. Jonathan Neal over here, and we started going there during high school, playing CCR songs, anything that would let us throw up there, and just started getting to know people, and been doing that ever since.
Wow. So hey, let's talk about Somerset for listeners
Yeah,
who are not familiar not only with the geography of Kentucky, but especially about that city. Tell folks where that is and why it's significant. I mentioned a little bit about that earlier in the show.
Right. Well, Somerset is probably one of the bigger southern cities in Kentucky, at least in this like general central area. Of course, it's right next to the lake. So is Monticello, where I'm from, and it's a really great area. It seems like it's kind of blossoming here in the last several years.
How so?
With music and stuff of that nature. So that's really great for me and a lot of people that are musicians and artists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell people. So what's the sort of the essence, would you say, of the Somerset culture? You say it's kind of flourishing right now,
Right,
with the arts.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is the nature of a place where you've got this big reservoir where people sort of
Flock to it.
flock to it,
Yeah.
and then I was going to say flood to it. They flock to it, and then the season's over, and they take off.
Well, no, I mean there's a lot of tourists that come down, but there's a really big community of people that live there. that are musicians, that are artists, that are crafters. You know, Jarfly Brewing Company with Daniel Stratt over in Somerset, and great place to go to open mics and stuff like that. There's Tipsy Toad, which is like right in downtown, and it's places that have sprouted up here in the last maybe 5 years that weren't there before. That, I mean, there were house shows, there were, you know, places that were kind of niche that you would know if you knew somebody, but nowhere to actually play other than the End Zone, which closed down. But it seems like a lot of places are popping up, and of course, then we've got the Master Musicians Festival down there. Great place. Please get tickets.
Oh, yeah.
So.
All right, well, good. Well, we're going to talk about Master Musicians
Yeah.
Festival when we come back. We'll have some more time to talk
Yeah.
in a bit. Folks, I'm talking to Yovany Pino, Spooky Fox. He's here with Jamie Robinson and Jonathan New, and we're glad to have them with us. And let's get back to some more music with Spooky Fox.
Oh, actually, is it cool if I switch guitars real quick? Yeah. I probably should have done that. It should have been more seamless.
No need.
We're professionals.
Absolutely. 100%.
This is live, right?
Oh, yeah. Got a live stream going on.
I feel like if it, I should have done a little dance.
No, we rarely don't typically have stripping going on during the live stream, so it's
I don't think this
new
is
twist for the program.
I think it's zoned for that. I mean, it could be to get a hold of the right people. Probably. It'll work. It'll work.
All right.
Very seamless. All right, this one's called Baby Blue Eyes, and I wrote this about my wife. You're hotter than the 1st of July, with that auburn hair and those baby blue eyes. 'Cause you're busy on my heart, busy on my mind, broke every bone in my body trying to make you mine. I remember it all like it was just yesterday. It was a hand grenade shot from me and I'm blown away after looking at you. House higher than them Georgia pines. When I first met you, stumbling around, know why. 'Cause you're busy on my heart, busy on my mind, broke every bone in my body trying to make you mine. Go to Arkansas and I'd go to town, jump in a hot spring just to cool me down after looking at you. Tell me what you wanna hear. Will you be so bold? Let me make it clear. Will you hold my hand till I get gray and old? Darling, will you be so bold? Would you be so bold? 'Cause you're hotter than the 1st of July, with that auburn hair and those baby blue eyes. 'Cause you're busy on my heart, busy on my mind, broke every bone in my body trying to make you mine. I remember it all like it was just yesterday. It was a hand grenade shot from me and blown away after looking at you.
looking at you. Said after looking at you. Said after looking at you. Girl, after looking at you. Thank you so much. This was called Big Brain Dapes, and this is also a song I wrote for my wife. It's supposed to be a love song, but it probably doesn't come out that way. But we'll hope it's all right. Big brain Dave's dancing in their wedding suits, wasting time wondering why big brain baboons fall in love at first glance, strangers in the night. Would you care to dance? Colorado ain't that far. Mirroring me, don't you break my heart at the peak. Asking why snow's on the ground in mid-July. Hold my hand and I hold yours. 100 years and maybe more of loving you. If I go blind, would you still be my eyes? If I go deaf, would you still hear my cries in the dark, all alone, too messed up to go home, fall asleep in your arms, loving me will fall apart, and if all alone is all we are, if all alone with broken hearts, hold my hand and I'll hold yours. 100 years, maybe more of loving you, loving you. If I go blind, would you still be my eyes? If you go deaf, I'd still sing you lullabies in the dark, all alone, too messed up to go home, fall asleep in your arms, loving me will fall apart, and if all alone is all we are, if all alone is all we are, hold my hand, now hold yours. 100 years or maybe more, hold my hand, now hold yours. 100 years or maybe more, loving you. Big brain Dave's dancing in their wedding suits, wasting time wondering why big brain baboons fall in love. Thank you so much. This next song is
something I wrote just because over the years, and like we were talking about, there's been a lot of artists from Kentucky that have quote unquote made it, and I always like to see both sides of that and what making it actually would mean for somebody, especially somebody that's used to a certain way of life. And this is what came of that. It's called "Always the Same."
Always the same, you don't feel no pain. Boy, don't you know you're on the cusp of that fame? You scream your name from the rafters and sing your ever after. You serve the master. Sneaking like a church mouse in school to beat all the rest. And go on now, you man, cigarettes. Smoke, smoke till they're all gone. Sign right here if you wanna be famous. Have you no friends that set the road in the pavement? Sign right here if you wanna be famous. Have you no friends that set the road in the pavement? Home, home, home's where I belong. Got you from here's nothing but T-bone steaks, black caviar and those expensive champagnes. Come on, boy, we're gonna make you start. Come on now, you're gonna go so far. Come on, boy, we're gonna make you start, an ever-shining star. Sign right here if you wanna be famous. Have you no friends that set the road in the pavement? Sign right here if you wanna be famous. Have you no friends that set the road in the pavement? Home, home, home's where I belong. Country roads, sweet Kentucky, please take me home. Country roads, sweet mama Kentucky, won't you take me home? Take me home, take me home, take me home, I just wanna go home. Take me home, take me home, take me home, I just wanna go home. Take me home, take me home, take me home, I just wanna go home.
Hey, we've got lots more music and conversation with Spooky Fox. I'd like to take a minute, though, to remind listeners that Red Barn live streams, both tonight's and on any Wednesday, remain available online for you to view at your convenience on the Red Barn YouTube channel. Our live video stream is also available on the WEKU.org website, as is our audio stream, compliments of WGAD.net in Central New York. Don't miss a single episode of our program, and for heaven's sakes, be sure to tell your friends what it is that you like about Red Barn Radio and why it is that they should be listening just like you are every week. Hey, Red Barn Radio is walking in a winter wonderland for the next 2 Wednesdays. We're going to take a little break, but our guest when we return on Wednesday, January 3, is Mr. Tyler Hood. Tyler is a musician based in southern Indiana. He's got a strong connection to his Midwestern roots. After co-founding and writing for his first band, the songwriter has recently stepped into a more personal space with his own music. In a September review of Tyler Hood's latest album, Damian Sullivan from the Maximum Value online music outlet said, Tyler Hood has a warm and captivating vocal range and delivers tales that will at times have you sitting there contemplating the lyrical content of what he shares long after the number's finished. To me, he is a real working man's poet. That's Tyler Hood on Wednesday, January 3, right here on Red Barn Radio. Now let's get back to tonight's Red Barn Radio program. We welcome you live on our social media platforms, broadcasting from the Arts Place Performance Hall here in the city of Lexington, Kentucky. Welcome back, Spooky Fox, to Red Barn Radio.
This is called 1% Dream, and it's my hope for what will happen in the future. Hopefully I'll get rich from the scratch off.
Been working 9 to 5, but I still ain't got a dime. 'Cause all these busted cars won't fix themselves. And no matter how I try, I'm just barely getting by. But I promise that one day it'll all be swell. 'Cause I must scratch off away from being a multi-millionaire. And I swear when that day comes, I'm out of here. Then again, I think I'll stay just to rub it in your face like you've done to me for all these years. They say that money can't buy your friends or happiness. And no matter how much you get, you'll never get your fill. I sit in my big home and I start drinking all alone. And I wipe my tears with $100 bills. Yeah, yeah. I'll take my bags of money and I'll roll right into town. And I'll buy my girl a nice home on a hill. And I'll build a 9-foot fence and I won't let anybody in. Stand on the porch and point and laugh and still. 'Cause you're crazy, son of a gun. If you think you're gonna come on and on, you've probably been doing drugs. You burn down my house and you'll come ask me for money, but all my money's for my honey. So go on and go get them on the wrong side of town. They say that money can't buy your friends or happiness. And no matter how much you get, you'll never get your fill. So I sit in my big home and I start drinking all alone. And I wipe my tears with $100 bills. They say the money can't buy your friends or happiness. And no matter how much you get, you'll always feel alone. So I sit in my big home and I go out there all alone. And I wipe my tears with $100 bills. And I sit on my big porch and I'll watch you ne'er-do-wells. And I'll bide my time counting $10 bills. I've been made in the shade with my glass of lemonade, topped off with whiskey and God knows what else. They say that money can't buy your friend's happiness, and no matter how much you get, you'll never get your fill. So I sit in my big home and I start drinking all alone, and I wipe my tears with $100 bills. They say the money can't buy your friends of happiness, and no matter how much you get, you'll always feel alone. So I go out there in my home and I'll sit there all alone, and I will wipe my tears with $100 bills. And I'll sit there all alone, and I'll wipe my tears with $100 bills. Oh, no. But I know that now. That probably sounds better. Yeah. We can do it again, yeah? It's up to you all. Sure. All right. We'll make pretend with all the energy again, too. This one's called Cowboy's Lullaby. I wrote this song because I have a lot of good friends around me that are in their older age, and it seems like you want to go as far as you possibly can in life. Obviously, no one wants to go, but the longer you go, the more friends you lose, and that's just the way it is. It's less of a race, more of a marathon, and this is where this came from, and hopefully it doesn't bore everyone to tears or make you sad, and if it does, I will give you a hug. Let's try that again. Nothing but professionalism from me. All right, here we go. Let's try that again. Do what you love and learn to do it well. Take care of those you need and always treat them well. You make or how many minutes you stay, press the clock in that ticking bell. It don't matter what you drove or how many hearts you stole. Oh, it's coming for you, Lord, it's coming for me. Life's a piece of cake, just like sipping whiskey straight. One minute loaded gun. It don't matter what you do, for there's nothing in it for you. When you punch that part and you ring that bell, it don't matter what's in your head. Many pretty girls you took to your bed. Oh, it's coming for you. Lord, it's coming for me. So when you're standing at them pearly gates, looking back at that life you made, I want you to know you've done the best that you can. Don't want you wondering, oh Lord, what could have been? What more could I done with the time that I had? Should I play the morning ball with my sons instead of always being on the run? I should have paid the dog. Should have had a little more fun. Spend more Sundays at church. Stuck my bare feet in the dirt. Wipe more tears from your eyes. And stop telling these lies. Start talking to friends. Start singing again before it all goes away. Oh, the choices I made, the choices I made, the choices I made, the choices I made.
I'm here this evening with Yovany Pino and his trio this evening. Great music, guys. We're having such a good time.
Awesome.
Hope you are too, yeah.
Oh, yeah, this is great, man.
All right. I wonder, Yovany, if we might talk briefly with your bandmates.
Of course.
Could I start with you, Jamie Robinson, who is there playing that beautiful sax? Great sound.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. Hey, tell us how you met Yovany and ended up doing some playing together.
Well, the thing with the Somerset community.
Yeah, we need to get closer.
The thing with the Somerset community is you meet a whole lot of different people, and those people have other connections. It's just like a big spider web of people that just all get kind of caught up together. I first met John long before I met Yovany, attending the Lake Cumberland Blues Society jam sessions, and then that's when I met Yovany. At that point, we played around in another band just for briefly. Jeff Taylor and the Kentucky Hermits, you know that one.
Yeah.
Short-lived band, but it was fun, and that's how we kind of got together. And then just kind of out of the blue, that's when he contacted me, just like, "Hey, man, would you like to go play with me on some of these little sets just around here, bars, and then other little spots around there?" And that was about, 5, maybe 6 years ago at the most, maybe.
Something like that, yeah.
And we've just been kind of playing on and on, on and off ever since. And it's a lot of fun because he's always surprising me with everything that he does, because he'll always have some new original song that he's kind of working around with or debuting. Even tonight, there's at least one song that I've never heard him do before. So I am, of course, I don't write out parts or anything. I'm just improvising everything that I do. when I'm playing with him, which is kind of how he likes it. So that's just what I keep doing.
Never play two things the same.
Nope, never.
Safe that way, and you've really taken to the songs. I really love what you add.
I would argue that I'm like the 4th biggest Spooky Fox fan in the world, like outside of his wife and sons.
Well,
I claim that.
Yeah, you're doing a great job. But we
Appreciate
are
it.
really enjoying. Nice to meet you.
You too.
And then over to Jonathan. Come on around, Jonathan, because it's great to see you again. It's been a while. You've been on Red Barn Radio before.
Oh yeah, quite a few times.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's great to have you back.
Well, thanks for having me back.
Yeah, I wonder if you might tell us. You're also from Somerset, right?
Actually, of the trio of us, I'm the only one from Somerset. Actually.
Oh.
Yeah, they don't. He lives in Monticello, and Jamie lives in Mount Vernon. So I'm Somerset, born and bred.
Monticello and those are on their way down to that area.
Yeah,
right?
Monticello's really close to Somerset.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
And Somerset claims both of these guys anyway.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And so what do you do? Yovany was mentioning earlier an open mic.
I've hosted a few open mics in Somerset. I'm
Yeah?
not currently hosting any open mics, but I used to host open mics, and one in particular we had at the End Zone Pizza Pub, which is no longer in existence. But I hosted there for a couple of years, and we would just have some epic jam sessions, and we'd have all kinds of people show up, not just from like our little area. I'd have people show up from Nashville and Indiana, Atlanta, just kind of a large web of musical friends I have.
That's cool.
So, yeah.
Do you remember meeting Yovany for the first time?
Sure did. He
Yeah,
was in
talk
a
about that.
band called Little Ship. And
Little what?
He was in a band called Little Ship. It was a
With
trio.
Oh, gotcha.
P
Okay.
with-
Yeah, he had drums and bass, and he played the guitar. And it was the first time I saw them and him play. I was like, that guy right there is a rock star right there. And so he's, and just to hear his backstory. So I've been his bass player for a little while, and I played on his album. So we've got to go up and down the road and get to know each other even better. And he's just got such a interesting take on our beautiful state of Kentucky from how he got here. Just so far different from mine because I was born here, and he moved here. So he's a beautiful person. He's got a beautiful family, and I'm just glad to know him.
And what was it? If you don't mind going back to that first, your first impression, you said this guy's a real rock star. What was he doing that made you say that?
Oh man, he was playing his electric guitar, and he slid across the stage on his knees. and
Yes.
he's into it, man. I played a festival with him last year, and before we were rehearsing, he said, "Man, I want to run something by you." He said, "I'm thinking about setting my guitar on fire. What do you think about that?" And I was like,
Oh.
I think that's a wonderful idea, and you should do that." And then after I got to thinking about it, I was like, you probably shouldn't ask me about things like that because I'm going to tell you to always do stuff like that.
Well, I was
The
thinking we
city-
should probably talk to the guys doing video tonight and see if they would like to see some of that.
Oh yeah, I
content
would
for the
love to
program.
hear. The city of Somerset wouldn't let me do that because of insurance purposes, but
Yeah.
We would also need to consult the board
No,
of
no,
Arts
please don't-
Place and
don't do
stuff
that first.
before you did
There's usually no.
fire. Thing. Well, that's fun. I wish we had some old video of that.
hopefully it burned away too. Hopefully.
Well, Jonathan, it's great to see you again. Thanks for telling us that story. Yeah. Okay, Yovany. I was thinking it might be nice to just quickly go into some little bit of sort of deeper dive into your songwriting. There are two songs in particular, of this set. Both were sort of wrapped around our midpoint, Always the Same and 1% Dream. Both that are about reaching a goal.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about those tunes? Always the Same first, and then 1% Dream.
Yeah, I mean, pretty much always the same. It's something I've put together over the years. Like I said, I've seen so many musicians that people I've known personally, people I've known third party that are now just at the pinnacle of their careers, and they're from here, and they're either playing for a band, or they themselves are like really famous, and it's one of those things like no matter who you talk to, no matter what musician it is, artist, they may tell you I don't want to be famous, but everybody dreams about that. Everybody dreams about what that would be like. Maybe not dream for them to get famous, but they dream of what it would be like. And my thought is that, like, with that comes a whole different aspect. If you're used to being at home, kicking back, being with your family, what happens when you're famous? Where do you have to go? How long do you have to leave? Do you have to leave the people you love to do that? And that's kind of where those songs come from.
Well, it seems like, I kind of wonder, do you feel like you've sort of, in some ways, gotten where you want to be? You said that Kentucky was a place that sort of gave you a new life that you like. You're making beautiful music.
Yeah.
You talk about the community of people you're involved with.
Anytime I can strap this guitar on and somebody pays me, or the fact you guys have got me here at this beautiful place today, it's just, it blows my mind, and I'm happy with just that. I mean, anything that I don't feel like whether I've made it or not made it. The fact you guys answered my email is just, honestly, that makes me feel like I've made it. I appreciate that.
Wow. Well, that's very nice of you
No,
to
it's-
say, but
thank you for having
feelings mutual. I mean, it was great
Thank
to
you.
have you be in touch with us.
Yeah.
So you play music, but you also do other things. You're involved in your community. Talk about some of the other things some of the other pursuits that you've sort of gone after in your life. We talked about politics, for instance. I think that's an interesting story.
Well, I try to stay away from politics a little bit, but I did run for office once. I
Sounds
was
like
naive.
you got pretty
and-
close there, yeah.
Yeah, I was naive, and I thought I could change things, and I got a couple months in and realized that it's there's no room for being nice, and there's no room for being a genuine person in certain politics. I mean, I know several politicians that are genuine people, but for the most part, if you're not cutthroat, it's just not going to work out. And I'm not that person. I think both of these guys are about like I am. Like, I'm pretty chill. So it doesn't work for me. I'm also I'm a board member of the Master Musicians Festival in Somerset, and
Yeah,
that's
talk about that. Tell listeners about that festival. It's got a
Yeah.
cool history.
Yeah, it's this is the 30th year. It's been around, and they've had so many great musicians that have gone on to do a bigger thing. Billy Strings, Tyler Childers. I mean, all these people played at Master Musicians Festival when no one knew who they were, and they've had a real knack over the years to get people that are just right on that stage of catapulting. We try to get a really diverse lineup of people and bring them to Somerset and have people in that area be able to see musicians and artists that they normally wouldn't have a chance to see.
And how long have you actually been involved with the festival on the board?
Since 2019. I actually happened to send Daniel Stroud a message, and I'm like, hey, what are the chances of me getting on this board? I kind of just was thinking out loud, one of those things you just do, and he said, I'll put in a good word for you. I was like, that's great. I didn't think it was going to happen. And 2 months later, I had forgotten about that text and forgotten about all that, and he just texted me, hey, you're in. It's like, in what? Like, what are we
What
talking
did I
about?
ask?
Yeah, and he's like, oh, you're on the board. You got to show up here next Thursday. We have our meeting. I'm like, cool. And then it's been great ever since. It's really, as a musician, you try to get on all these festivals. You try to get to all these venues, whether it's Red Barn Radio, whether it's Master Musicians Festival, Forecastle, whatever it may be. And a lot of people feel like, they don't see the other side of it. They don't see the side of the people that are working that festival. Sometimes, a lot of people may get their feelings hurt. Maybe they don't get an email back, but it's good to see both sides of it. It's made me feel better in the long run, and it's really great to be behind the scenes and see what it takes to make a festival. There's a lot of dedicated people that run this. We've got 13 board members, over 200 volunteers that make this thing work, and it's a nonprofit. Nobody's paid, and we have a paid executive director. And other than that, I mean, it is all volunteer work, and we put on one of the bigger festivals in Southern Kentucky.
Yeah, it's a beauty. It's a
Thank you.
beauty. Yeah, you guys do an amazing job.
Thank you so much.
So talk about what's ahead for you. You have a new EP. Right?
Yes,
New
well, it
album?
actually came out last year.
Okay.
It's worn its welcome a little bit.
Oh, true. No, true. November 2021.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
Sorry, I was.
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's called Bad Hombre. It's on Spotify, just about everywhere music can be found. And I hope to release a single here soon. Actually, that song "Cowboy's Lullaby."
All right.
So yeah,
You've
still
been playing a
working on
lot
that.
of stuff off of that
Yeah.
tonight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that Bad Hombre on the cover photo? Would that be you? as a little kid, or
No, that's actually my oldest son, Anselm. That picture was taken at Master Musicians Festival in 2019.
Oh,
I actually
right.
played with both these guys at that. I played that year, and then later that summer, got a hold of them and somehow got on the board. So,
Hey, let's shout out to your kids. Tell us your kids'
Yeah.
names and.
my oldest is Anselm. He's 5, and I've got a 18-month-old, and his name is Jack. And man, they wear me out.
No
Yeah.
doubt. Is Anselm showing some signs of interest in music?
Yes,
Love the name.
especially in the mornings and on the piano.
All right.
So he seems to be liking the drums pretty well. I can play neither one of those things, so hopefully he'll teach me one of these days.
Yeah, these are good signs.
Yeah.
Yovany, it's been so good to have you on the program, and
Thank you for
I'm
having me.
glad that the evening's not over. We've got more music.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to some music with Spooky Fox on Red Barn Radio.
This is what it is. It starts out with a kiss. Got you running to the corner and you're pulling your hair. Just wondering yourself how the hell to come to this. They take away your time and all your alibis, all your pretty lies. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. And it starts off with a kiss. It's a possibility that it's a great conspiracy. The common view, oh boy, oh boy. Oh, they're coming for me to take away my time and all your alibis. Oh, your pretty lies, it just is what it is. God, it just is what it is. It starts off with a kiss. Don't you sit right there. Don't you go nowhere, you ain't gonna go so far. Can't you see for a while? Girl, it just made me smile. It just made me smile, so it was all worthwhile. But it is what it is. It starts out with a kiss. Got you running to the corner and you're pulling your hair, just wondering yourself how the hell to come to this. They take away your time and all your alibis, all your pretty lies. It just is what it is. God, it just is what it is. Don't you sell your soul for all that rock and roll in those honky-tonk bars. 'Cause they'll never get you far. Can't you see for a while? Girl, it just made me smile. It just made me smile, so it was all worthwhile. And it's just it's what it is. It's just it's what it is. And it starts off with a kiss. It's just it's what it is. God, it's just it's what it is. And it starts off with a kiss. It's just it's what it is. And it starts off with a kiss. Got you running to the corner and you're pulling your hair, just wondering yourself how the hell to come to this. They take away your time and all your alibis and all your pretty lies. It's just it's what it is. God, it's just it's what it is. It's just it's what it is. God, it's just it's what it is. And it starts out with a kiss. And it starts out with a kiss.
Thank you so much. This is actually a cover of a song by a Cuban composer, and it's called Hola Soledad.
Soledad, y esta noche te esperaba, aunque no te diga nada, es muy grande mi tristeza, ya conoces mi dolor. Oh, la soledad, y esta noche te extrañaba, aunque no te diga nada, ya soy grande mi tristeza, ya conoces mi dolor. Soy un pájaro herido, y solo llora el sonido porque no puede volar. Siempre estás conmigo, soledad, yo soy tu amigo, ven, que nos ponemos a llorar. Ay, 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 ay. Oh, la soledad, y esta noche te esperaba, aunque no te diga nada, ya es muy grande mi tristeza, ya conoces mi dolor. Ya
Kentucky give me the life and music that it has, and all these wonderful opportunities. This is something I usually play at the end of a set, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it, and hopefully you guys will sing along if you know it, especially at home. This is the Kentucky National Anthem.
Sun shines bright in my old Kentucky home. The sun is coming and the old folks are gay. With the corn tops rise and the meadows are in bloom, and the birds they sing songs all day. We no more, my baby. Weep no more just for today. Won't you sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home far away. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's coming, left me blue. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's come, left me blue. It was on a moonlight night, stars shining bright. Whisper up from high, you love me, said goodbye. Blue moon of Kentucky, keep on shining. Shine on the one that's come and left me blue. Sleep no more, my baby. Weep no more just for today. Won't you sing one song for my old Kentucky home, for my old Kentucky home far away, for my old Kentucky home far away, for my old Kentucky home far away. Thanks so much.
Well, there are so many people to thank for our program. First, Spooky Fox, Yovany Pino, and his great band, our guests on tonight's program. We're ever grateful for our volunteers and staff, of course, who make our production happen so beautifully each and every week. We want to thank all of you for listening to our webcast, watching us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, and those listening to us on the network of Red Barn stations and media worldwide. Thanks to WEKU, Red Barn's premier radio partner, Central and Eastern Kentucky's radio news leader. You can listen online at weku.org. It's your chance to hear more great live music from Red Barn Radio and WEKU, NPR for Central and Eastern Kentucky. Those of you here in the Central Kentucky area, you got to be sure to check out Red Barn TV. It's our weekly program of music, now on ABC 36 WTVQ. Red Barn Radio comes to you from our home, the Arts Place Performance Hall in downtown Lexington, Kentucky. Our website has updates and further information on our guests and our program. We're on the web at redbarnradio.com. And now, before we close out tonight's program, let's bring back Spooky Fox. What else you got up your sleeve here for us tonight?
Thank you so much. Y'all have been too kind. This one's called Rock and Roll, and it's a song about rock and roll.
All right.
Boy, I don't like this rock and roll, 'cause it busts my head and it kills my soul. Ain't got no place that I call my own, but Lord, don't you know I'm just good old bro. Get to the show, no whiskey neat, and chase it down with all these broken dreams. It's just a small price to pay, 'cause broken clocks are right twice a day. Rock and roll, save my soul. I'd sell my soul for some rock and roll. Big city women, they ain't got no soul, but Lordy, don't you know I ain't got self-control. The worst regret I've ever had was playing Monday morning quarterback. Get to the show and notice something sweet, and if I'm lucky I might get it for free. Play the same songs again and again so I can get paid and I can make my rent. Rock and roll, save my soul. I sell my soul for some rock and roll. Rock and roll, save my soul. I sell my soul for some rock and roll. Mr. Jamie Robinson on the sax. Slam this moonshot down my throat. I tore our summer ring, got nothing to show. Pat, they don't even know my name, but like you said, I got no one to blame. And I was born for this fortune and fame. Since I've been here, it's been calling my name, but I just wanna be that guy to sing your favorite song on stage every night. Sing your favorite song on stage every night. Sing your favorite song on Red Barn Radio every night. Rock and roll, save my soul. I sell my soul for some rock and roll. Rock and roll, save my soul. I sell my soul for some rock and roll. Rock and roll. Oh Lord, that rock and roll, Lord, rock and roll. Please save my soul. Rock and roll, save my ever-loving soul. Save my soul. Oh, please rock and roll.
All right, Spooky Fox.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, that is all for our show for this week. You can see and hear Red Barn Radio worldwide, though, as we stream live on the web on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch, Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Eastern in North America. You can also listen to archive performances on Spotify and iTunes and watch mountains. Yes, folks, you heard me right. Mountains of video on the Red Barn Radio YouTube channel. Our YouTube handle, by the way, is at redbarnradio.tv. Remember, folks, every time you like, comment, share, or subscribe, that helps bring Roots Music Southern Style to your neck of the woods. And finally this, if any of our featured artists are performing in your area, get out and hear them live. They need you now more than ever. From all of us here at Red Barn Radio, we wish all of our live stream viewers, a great holiday. And to all of our friends worldwide, keep working together to be safe and healthy. And until next time, good night from Red Barn Radio.